Made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting that cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm pretending with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, get in with the smiles, all the ops gonna pout. They all in the sewers and south in the clouds.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Cleveland. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll get this to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Yeah, here we go. I think. Hey, kill. Here we go, kill. 26.
Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And we'll see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. Back deep, Naheem Hines. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They run here with Dowdle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
We're going to 53.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he stopped immediately there. And making the tackle there, Martin Emerson. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, 26.
They run again with Dowdle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. On a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. The Browns drive about to get started. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Solid stiff arm. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried to dump off, lost yardage. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Yeah!
On the run, it's Dowdle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Yeah, here we go. I take it.
Prescott now from the 50. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Yeah, here we go. Waiting.
Here's Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Hines now on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
We're set.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
We're set. Out.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 7.
We're set. 55. Third. Line up, go.
Here's Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Line up, go. Line up, go.
Watson now to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Touchdown, Browns. Elijah Moore. As the first half is winding down. And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Prescott. He's going to air one out. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Browns drive about to get started.
59.
The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Set. Line up, go.
Watson off play action. Out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 61 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Yeah!
Now Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Dancing away at the 35, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Prescott now. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. He's across midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Yeah, there we go. Everybody get him.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
They're set.
Back to throw, Watson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 59 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is down to 28-10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll get this to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This is Hines. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Throwing, Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, here's Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there!
To throw is Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now Watson going to change the look here. They run with Hines. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down, brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah!
Now Prescott. He's got Elliott. And running with power here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Here's Dak. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just try to ball boy. Get that one out of the rotation. Give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now Dak. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Second and 11 now. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Wiggles free. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.